Oh. Hello and welcome to another Entheo Radio sort of style crowdfunding explanation for the recent trip to Vegas we had. I have Mr. Gregory Volk. That's this guy right here.
That's me.
And then I have Xana Moonflower.
Hello.
And I'm Captain Hugh T. Alchemy. I parked the astrological skyship on top of the house here, and it's docked and hopefully won't get any high winds because I hate it when that happens. So we just went to Vegas in July 2014, towards the end of July, and we experienced some interesting phenomenology. We are not avid Vegas goers, I would say, in the last few years, but we have been a few times, and this was a good time for us to experiment with a slower time of year in Vegas. Maybe go when there aren't so many people, and it's docked, and hopefully won't get any high winds because I hate it when that happens.
A little bit of feedback.
So we just went to Vegas in July 2000.
There we go. Fixed it.
Anyways, we were hoping to basically avoid the crowds, have fun sightseeing, and play because of the astrological numerology system that we're using. Helps us facilitate winning at games of chance, casino games, and the like. So we started the trip with a visit to the fabulous Selverton Casino and Hotel, and it's off the strip, or it's kind of like on the way end, south end of the strip. And we played a little bit at the South Point, right, Greg?
Right.
What do you think of the South Point? Because that was the first place we played at.
It's big and roomy.
Yeah, it's a nice place from the outside, and it's very roomy on the inside. They have a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, they do.
They robbed us a little bit for roulette money.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't really have any good luck there. The way that luck goes is sometimes the feng shui of the casino, the layout, steals your energy and steals your money. And some of it's timing, some of it's karma. I think in our case, we had a good time visiting the South Point. Might stay there in the future. It's a medium scale. I think I would give it if we're giving things 5-star ratings, I'd give it a 3, maybe 3.5. What would you guys give it?
Yeah,
Just an overall rating.
3.5 to 4 stars.
I didn't spend as much time there as you guys did, so.
You got to speak up.
I didn't spend as much time as you guys did there.
Okay, but you gambled there.
It was okay. I didn't find it to be a lucky place.
And tell us the story about your gambling experience. You got to lean forward and make sure this little green light goes off.
Well, I had an astrological alignment according to a certain system that was supposed to be lucky for me specifically. So we were leaving dinner, and I came out and felt like I needed to go play. So I went back into the machine that I had been drawn to, and there was somebody sitting there at that time. So I sat next to her on the machine next to her and played a little bit, and I lost the like $10 that I put in, but she won about 100 while I was sitting there next to her. So perhaps if I hadn't passed it up the first time and I had trusted the intuition and stopped immediately, I would have got that machine instead of the one next to it, and maybe I would have been the one with $100 instead of her. So that was a lesson about trusting your intuition and not second guessing yourself or passing it up because you're tired or whatever.
Well, part of that was you had to pick a certain facing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I needed to face a certain direction, and that was a challenge too because the casinos aren't exactly in a square directional facing, and some of the machines are sort of in a circular pattern with different chairs facing different ways. So it can be a bit of a challenge to face the correct way that you want to play. So I was looking for a machine that did that.
Another thing was the system you mentioned was the Cards of Destiny system.
Right.
It involved your greater day period. Supposedly, you're supposed to have fast funds coming in for the greater daytime period.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I've experienced, the Cards of Destiny system is not the most accurate for gambling.
No, I don't think
In
so.
fact, it's poor for prediction.
Yeah.
And it's medium for greater, sort of vague predictions about the day that you'll have. My guess is that the best thing it can predict is, something will happen to you this day, and it will happen to you in this area of your life, or something like that.
And that's the problem with a lot of systems that are based on Western astrology and generalizations. Unless it takes your birth time into account and location and things like that, I find it not that accurate because it's just too vague in general.
You're in love. So then there's Greg. Greg played at the Silverton. Let's see if we get any lovely. There it goes. Greg's got some flowers over there, some hearts over his head. So Greg was a party animal in Vegas, and he got $100 free play at the Silverton.
Right.
And what do you think of that casino? The layout, everything about it. What would you give it a star rating?
I'd give it probably about 3.5 stars.
Okay.
Because it didn't really have the best gaming. The situation wasn't that right. Had a lot of scenery to look at, but other than fish tanks and waterfalls, it didn't really provide the best gaming situation for me.
Okay. And so you played slots?
Oh yeah. Didn't have the greatest luck in the world, but had fun.
How much did you make there?
You made some money off of your thing.
Made a few dollars, yeah.
How much?
Is it 55
I think
or
it was like 51.
51?
So they gave you 100 free, and you walked away with 51 real dollars.
Pretty much, yeah. On the house.
Nice.
And honestly, I think they should have given him more. They were rude. Rude as hell. Their buffet sucked. I'd give them 2 stars. What would you give them?
I had $20 of free play there, and I think I won 6 cash dollars off of that. Buffet was pretty bad. We were told it was one of the best in Vegas, which I didn't believe that, but it was clearly hype. Their food was not well labeled. We're gluten-free. We have certain food sensitivities, and we like to eat healthy. And we were told by the people there that everything was well labeled, and you got kind of sick.
I'm kosher, and they don't label when they put bacon and shit.
Yeah, sauerkraut with pork in it, apparently. I'm vegan, so I don't even eat any meat or dairy. So, yeah, it was your run-of-the-mill buffet that you could have gotten anywhere, not a Las Vegas buffet by any stretch compared to some of the other food we experienced in Vegas that was much better. So yeah, I would give it a low rating. They do have some a beautiful mermaid art gallery with beautiful colors, really great artist, and they have a nice fish tank and a pretty cool waterfall. But yeah, that's fitting. Yeah, all in all though, nothing to rave about. I mean, if they're going to give you free play, why not? Go see if you can win a few bucks. We also got the buffets comped there, but I would never spend money there. I don't think on that buffet. It's not worth spending actual cash on. Okay for free, but not worth paying for.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I could just speak to the timeshare Grandview whatever, what was the name of that? Vacation Villas timeshare?
Yeah,
Vacation
I do
Village.
believe, yeah.
I'm gonna say 1 star out of 5-star ratings for how they treated us, and they took more time than necessary. Their dealings seemed a little bit shady when they kept changing numbers, and we said no, and we had to go. Greg, what's your review of them?
Dissatisfied in the whole scenario. Went there with a lot of hope and prosperity and came away kind of sad. I would give the whole situation like a -1 star.
Wow.
They stole our booty. Anyways, we went from the fabulous Selverton to the Strip itself, the heart of the Strip, and I'm an M Life member, and I really enjoy M Life as a club. You can get free stuff on My Vegas on Facebook game. So her and I basically got rooms comped at the Excalibur. Still had to pay resort fees, and that's where I give it a 1 star less rating. M Life I give a 4 star out of 5 star for a players club. MGM Grand or the MGM properties is what M Life represents. So we stayed at Excalibur. We had the option of staying in a few other places like Luxor, Circus, MGM, Bellagio, Treasure Island. But honestly, they're pretty good, and paid the resort fees, had shitty Wi-Fi. Excalibur treated us well. We were able to, as members that had comped rooms, we were able to get an upgrade because of my birthday, and we were able to get shorter lines all the time when VIP line status, so we didn't have to check in a long period of time. So what is your rating? What is everyone's rating on Excalibur? What do we think? Greg?
I was basically giving it probably 3.5 to 4 stars.
Okay. What did you like about Excalibur? What did you dislike?
Well, it had plenty of gaming and gambling opportunities, as well as restaurants. It had a few nice ones. It had a game situation down in the dungeon, they call it, for kids. I thought it was all in all pretty nice place to stay at. I mean, I'm not going to rave about it, but I was pretty much content.
And you, Miss Moonflower?
Yeah, it's a good place to take kids. Not all the hotels are kid friendly. Some of the nicer ones definitely are not kid friendly. So it's a good place if you want to take a family or a kid. We have a 3-year-old, so we took him there. And yeah, they have a little fun dungeon, basically a kids casino. And they go down there and play arcade games and midway games and things like that. The room was fine. The room was pretty decent. A great view. They gave us an upgraded room that had a straight view of the Strip, which was wonderful. Having no Wi-Fi in the rooms was a bit disappointing because even the cheapest motels have Wi-Fi in the rooms. And then charging, I think it was an $18 a day resort fee, which should have included Wi-Fi, but didn't. They had it in the lobby in a very small area.
I paid $41 for 2 nights.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's not what they told me when I booked.
More than 18.
Okay, when I booked the reservation, that's not what they told me, but okay. So, yeah, so for $20 a day, definitely should include Wi-Fi. And let's see. Yeah, they had a lot of restaurants, but most of them were closed late at night. You couldn't really get anything late at night to eat. Decent sized casino, all that good stuff. Shopping, your typical Vegas shopping, nothing exciting there. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind staying there again. But if you're going to go there working or you need computer access, they want to charge you 50 cents a minute to use their computers in the lobby, which I think should be free to guests. But yeah, the quick check-in is great. Being a M Life card member, having comps, you get to go to the VIP line bypass the other 100 people that are waiting at registration and things like that. So it's nice.
Let's see. I get my birthday hat on. Oh, you got my birthday hat on.
Yay.
Anyways, I like Excalibur for one reason and one reason alone. That's everyone's waiting for me to say it's the castle. No, it's not. It's the way their layout is on their casino floor. Their game floor is laid out in a cross, and if you memorize that, and if you don't have the ability to memorize where north is, then you get a compass and you stand in the middle, and it's pretty much easy to see all entryways and all exits from the very middle where the craps table is. My favorite thing about Excalibur is the layout. You have, because you have a cross structure, because you have that going on, you can pretty much, hey, I got my hat. You can pretty much find a position to stand in or a casino game to sit at that is the appropriate facing for your feng shui in accordance with your astrology and stuff like that. I made money on craps there, and that's mainly because they have a digital craps game. Stop stealing my hat. And then they have a lot of other facing machines. So yeah, everything is laid out a little wonky. It's best, in my opinion, it's best not to play unless you have that perfect angle. Doesn't mean sitting at the machine crooked. It means that machine has to be laid out directly. Your heart faces the machine's back faces the direction that you're supposed to be going. So if it's that you're sitting crooked just to accommodate the feng shui or the astrology, don't play.
I tried that. It didn't work.
Yeah, sitting crooked just made me lose slowly rather than win consistently. Sitting straight on made me win consistently, but again, everything is windows of 4 minutes to 16 minutes. So that's my review of Excalibur. I give it like a 3.5, 4-star rating, mainly because they're really nice there. I didn't meet a bad. I met a lot of nice service people there, and their layout is great. But they'd get that extra star if they had Wi-Fi at the casino in the rooms. It's really inconvenient. They don't have much of a business center. They don't have much place to sit down in the lobby where there is Wi-Fi. And that's free with a check-in, but it's insulting.
I'll add one more thing.
Sure.
And people out there, remember one thing, that they do give free phone calls
Oh, yeah.
to your heart's content.
That's good. So the next place we went, where did we go next? We went walking around. So we walked around and saw Mirage,
Yeah, went to Mirage.
Treasure Island,
Mm-hmm.
Casino Royale,
Mm-hmm.
Harrah's.
Riviera.
That was the next day. So we went. We did Bellagio and Riviera on the Wednesday, and we did first. So we checked in on like a Monday.
We started on a Sunday.
We started on Monday. Sunday at the Silverton. Tuesday we checked into Excalibur, and we did on that day. We walked around.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the day we saw Mirage. I love the Mirage. And Treasure Island's cool. I didn't check out the gaming floor there. Mirage is cool. And did we do Bellagio? Would we walk around? No, we just walked around. We walked around we were in the Mirage quite a bit.
Yeah.
We walked around the Mirage a lot. And I like Mirage mainly because it's tropical. I'm from the ocean, so I like humid places, and Vegas, as it is better than Phoenix, is not that humid. Unless you're in the Mirage, or you're close to the Mirage, or you're close to the Bellagio, or you're inside even that shopping center. we went in that shopping center after that. We went to the Venetian shops, and that's fun too. I have a high rating on the Venetian shops. I would give them a 4.5 stars. They get an extra little boost on that rating for the Venetian shops if they had more like healthy stuff, like a smoothie shop or something, instead of ice cream stores. And Teavana's okay, but it's tea, and I want like a smoothie. Venetian's cool. It's, in my opinion, I'd give it a general 5-star rating. I'm sure I could find something wrong with it. I haven't stayed there. I haven't played much money there. I don't know about it too much. And I haven't been on the game floor in over a year. So the shops with the gondola rides, yeah, I give it a 4.5 stars. What do you guys think about the shops at the Venetian?
I like the shops.
I like them too. They did have a specific run of water in there, so you could ride a boat with someone else leading the oars, which seemed to be fun. I didn't personally ride it, but it was interesting to look at, plus some other people that were just standing around being statues.
The statue people are really cool. I love to tip them. And my favorite thing about that place, that shops, is the lighting is really good on the eyes. It's like they have some ceiling that is supposed to resemble the sky, and that's my favorite thing about it. And it's easy on the eyes.
Yeah, they have great upscale shopping stores if you're into shopping for good clothing and shoes and things like that. And the ambiance is nice. They spent, I think, $1 billion creating the Venetian to make it look just like Italy at a certain time of day. So that's why it has that particular lighting and everything to create an ambiance, and it is lovely.
There's singing in there, and it has like a very, how do you say, nurturing vibe. The Chapel Hat store, I go in there every time because they have really cool steampunk hats.
Really cool.
Let's see if I can get one. We'll try this hat on. But yeah, we took some pictures with hats, and the staff is always very friendly.
Yeah, cool.
And yeah, I recommend them. I give them a 5-star rating for a store.
Yeah.
Now they are going to be, expensive, but go play and win, and then get a hat.
Definitely.
It's a reward. What else would I say about that place? Is that the gondolas are cool, but there was something else about that place.
Well, last time we were there, we noticed the astrology on the wall.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I didn't see it this time.
There's
which was very interesting.
There's 2 locations. There's several locations in Vegas that actually have sacred geometry from Egypt. Obviously, the pyramid. But I'm not just talking about the pyramid. I'm talking about almost every one of the MGM properties has an obelisk.
Yeah.
And we saw one in Bellagio the next day. We saw one in front of the Venetian. And we saw one, there's one inside of the Caesar's Palace, I think, in the shops there.
I think so.
And it's part of a waterfall. There might be more than one in that waterfall. These obelisks are oftentimes made out of some sort of stone or crystal.
Yeah.
They're very, very interesting power centers. The clocks. So in Vegas, it's really fucking hard to find the time. The thing is, the Venetian stores has a clock piece that is located somewhere in the middle that has the lunar mansions, which is a system of astrology. It's a system of astrology that bases itself more specifically on where the moon is. And then I think they moved that from the Venetian shops, or they put in a second one, and it is somewhere outside now near the marquee for the Venetian. But it's a very strange little clock. It doesn't have 12 a.m. It doesn't have 1 through 12 on it. It has Roman numerals, and it has 26 or 27 divisions. This makes me believe that everyone in Las Vegas that's associated with building casinos know a little bit about geometry and a lot of bit about astrology, or at least how energy works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say something about that?
Yeah, did you see it this time? Because I didn't see it this time when we were there. I specifically looked for it because I wanted to take a closer up photo than we did last year. And I didn't actually see it where we were last year.
I didn't go that far into the shops this time.
Okay.
So
I went all the way to the end.
Where it was before may not be where it is now, because there's a version of it, or the same thing on the outside marquee.
Oh, okay.
So it's outdoors now, I think.
Yeah, we noticed that last year we saw this zodiac wheel in the wall as part of the architecture, and we were looking at it a little further and said, hey, that's got more, an outer wheel on it too that has more than 12, looks like 27 or 36. So yeah, they definitely know something about astrology and things like that.
What a surprise. I didn't see you. Welcome to the engine driver's corner.
Well, next day we went to Bellagio, and I have to give the Bellagio buffet a 5 out of 5 star lunch rating, and I have to give the service at the Bellagio a 2 out of 5 star because they were very rude to us.
Outside of the restaurant.
Not at the restaurant, but rather at the M Life desk. And so, honestly, I wouldn't gamble there. I wouldn't tip anybody there unless it was the restaurant staff. Restaurant staff was very nice. Everybody else, it's like they're fucking old trolls. Honestly, Bellagio, what the fuck? Hire some nicer people. I mean, I might be young with long hair and have a 3-year-old, but you can treat me a little better than you did. And on my birthday, nonetheless.
And with comps to your hotel. I mean,
so you get a 2-star rating, Bellagio, and your buffet is great. I'll definitely go back and eat there. But if I have my kid, I'm eating somewhere else because you guys are so rude. You were the rudest casino on all the Vegas and all of the Vegas visit that I had this summer, and you were ruder than anybody about the no stopping, no standing in the gaming area with the kid, and we were just trying to check in at the M Life desk and move on.
Yeah, we weren't even on the gaming floor. They kept insisting that we were on the gaming floor. But if you know anything about Las Vegas, carpet has very specific patterns on it, and the walkways are more plain, while the gaming floor has a unique pattern on them usually. We were clearly waiting in line on the clear way, not the patterned floor, at the M Life desk to redeem our comps. And they told us that we couldn't stand there with our child, and had like an argument with them, telling them that we were waiting for the desk, and they were telling us we couldn't stand there with our child. And so we were like, okay, then what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to redeem our comps if we can't come up here and check in? And yeah, they were just very rude. The lady threatened to call security on me for trying to explain to her what we were doing, that we were redeeming comps and then going straight to the restaurant with our child. So yeah, I've been to Bellagio a lot. I mean, it's always been my favorite hotel in Las Vegas and the best shopping, but the way we were treated was really insulting.
Maybe we'll stay at Treasure Island next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I think we lost Greg. He's gone. He's gone to the bathroom, I think.
Yeah, it was disappointing. Treasure Island has apparently discontinued their outdoor show. which
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people go to Vegas for because it's an amazing free show. Outside, it gathers a huge crowd. Usually, if you're not there early enough, you don't get to see much. But they actually have a ship battle where they fire cannons off, and they have the sirens, which are like women pirates, and they actually sink the pirate ship, which is really awesome. And so apparently they're under construction for some new restaurants because Vegas really needs 2 more restaurants. So they've canceled the pirate show indefinitely, is what the sign said. So that was really disappointing because we wanted our child to be able to go see the pirate show, and a lot of other people were disappointed as well.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Because of that, I would give Treasure Island less credit and less star rating. Maybe a 3 star. I consider them, below Excalibur at this point, because they don't have the pirate show. And yeah, I appreciate their theme,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's fun.
But honestly, come on.
And the guy in the gift shop was really cool. He was awesome and funny and friendly and helpful. So their staff was at least cool there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to eat at Senor Frog's.
No, I don't
I
either.
want to see a pirate show.
Yeah, I could eat there anywhere in the world, basically. Yeah, we went to see the pirate show, so pretty disappointing. But the Mirage, their volcano show is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's back on. It wasn't on last year.
Yeah, they close it sometimes for repairs and stuff, but they have this huge volcano. It spews fire and water everywhere, and it's pretty awesome. It's like every 15 or 30 minutes or something after dark, and it's free. It's outdoors, and it's just really fun to watch. And then the Bellagio has the fountain show, which we didn't see this year. We just weren't out there when it was happening, but that's pretty awesome and fun to watch as well.
My experience, though, it's midweek. It's July. We've got a Tuesday or a Wednesday night, and we're going to see this Mirage and the fire show or outdoor fountain fire show. And I'm seriously bombarded by people. It's fucking middle of the summer. What the hell happened? And most of them don't speak English.
You know.
And I'm tripping out. So the Vegas Strip, nighttime weekdays on summertime, hey, you guys get a 2-star rating. Mainly because it's too hot. And there's a bunch of people there from other countries that walk like zombies.
Yeah.
So you gotta get a 2-star rating. I'm sorry about that. If I would recommend anything for players and people who want to go to Vegas and have a good time, don't stay on the Strip.
No. It's cool if you've never been there and you just want to sightsee, but it is really annoying walking through the crowd that has never been there before and is just in your way, walking like as slow as you could possibly walk.
I don't even know when to go to Vegas to make it so that I can walk my normal speed, which is pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a street fair.
It was pretty bad. I didn't expect it to be that busy on a weekday in July when it's 100 degrees outside. I was hoping it would be a little less busy.
Now I want to review Casino Royale. I like Casino Royale because it's a James Bond film. It's not very good atmosphere, and honestly, the air quality in that casino is probably the worst. But they have some weird new gimmick where they give you $50 for joining their players club. They're the only one of the Casino Royale variety there, so they only have one casino associated with their card. But they give you $50, and it's not really $50. It's a chance to win a jackpot by spinning upward 50 and upwards times on select machines, which when I mean select machines, I really mean like 21 machines out of their whole bunch. I appreciate them sometimes when they lower their prices for table games, but otherwise, they're kind of just a divey casino. They get a higher rating in my book for places to game and gamble because you can get the fuck out of there really fast not, running or anything. Just you know where the door is.
It's really small and
So
well laid out.
yeah, you know where the door is. You know how to get out of there, and so they get get 3.5 stars, and then I didn't win anything from them because I didn't play anything because I was really kind of just tired of spinning the reels for this $50 to win a jackpot and not being able to walk away with it and play table games. Honestly, I do the Players Club stuff because I like to play table games and that's fun for me. So if you're giving away something as a casino doing research, give away an opportunity to make money and take it over to the table games. If you got to give me slot play, give me slot play, but let me cash out and take it to the table games, even if it's just $5. I'll take it to the table games and have fun with it. Otherwise, it's just not fun, at least for me. Selverton, I did that same thing. I took $10 free play and made $5.50, and played a little bit of other stuff. But Selverton can bite the big one. Casino Royale, stick around. I think you can be a better casino. After that, we went to Bellagio. No, we went to Riviera after Bellagio. And I have to say I like the Riviera.
Yeah.
I give it a 4-star rating, and I might even give it a 4.5-star rating because the staff, while appeared low energy, was not insulting. They were nice, and they were so nice. We gambled during the daytime that I tipped more at that casino than I tipped at any other casino. I even was playing craps and making bets that were for the dealers. And then I'm new to craps in a lot of ways. I don't throw perfect dice, but when I asked about making a bet for the dealer, they were nice enough to be like, "Oh yeah, that's how you do it, and it's a very nice gesture, thank you." And then then I tipped them after that didn't win. But my only problem with casinos in general, and the Riviera included, is they don't bring you enough water fast enough. And I was pumping out the tips to this waitress, and she's
Mm, yeah, I didn't play there, but I've been to their Crazy Girls show before a long time ago. It's a good show. If you're looking for something that's medium priced and a little risque. It's kind of like a sophisticated strip club show. Kind of like going to a strip bar, but it's a show. And it's classy chicks, not your typical strip club women. Um, and
still alive. Okay, we'll just pick up. We got kicked out of a couple casinos because of having a kid, But the places that were nice about it, I was fine with it. I don't care. If you're really rude to me, even just shaking your head and doing this is fine. But when people are like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," you want to argue about it, you're gonna get a bad review.
Yeah, and they were nice. They just explained to us that you can be fined, and so can they apparently each $4,000 or $5,000, something like that, for
Yeah,
having
5,000.
minors on the casino floor. Now, most casinos will let you walk through the casino with your kid. You're just not allowed to stop. We were actually stopped looking at a sign that wasn't really near any of the machines or anything. I don't remember what we were looking for, directions for something or something about their players club or something. And the security came over and kind of explained to us how much trouble everybody can get in if you have a minor on the casino floor. So, but at least they had the decency to explain themselves. Unlike Bellagio, rude bastards.
The Players Club deal was great there, and they have $1 blackjack. Sadly, the tables are pretty much mobbed all the time. You have to wait in line for your $1 blackjack chances. Ooh. To me, it's just like, well, if there's blackjack tables, they're full, and there's craps tables, they're empty, I'll play craps, and that's fine. You make your money back. They have some deal where you can play table games. If you spend $20, you get $30 in chips. The chips are chips you play with there. You cannot take them back to the cashier. You will do just fine with those chips. I mean, it's a good little boost on your $20. I turned mine around from $30 to $50 and pocketed my 20 back really, really quickly. So I recommend their Players Club. I don't know who else. Are they connected with anybody?
I don't think so. I think they're standalone.
And then there's this divey place across the street, which I give a 1-star rating out of 5.
Oh man.
Mainly because they're right in front of Circus Circus, and they got this big sign that says the same. They claim to have the same shit as Riviera. Gamble game at Riviera and tip everybody, because that's cool. This other place, fuck them. False advertising. They can have a 0-star for all I care. I don't know even the name of this place. Slots of Fun. I mean, it's just blatant taking advantage of you. False advertising. You go in there, they have digital blackjack, which is not blackjack, in my opinion. You can't card count with that. Sorry. And that's why people play blackjack. I mean, other than if you're not card counting, you might be a little bit duh, and you think you're lucky. Okay, that's fine. But play strategy, really. Count the cards, know your basic strategy, play at the right time. Don't play the digital shit. Same thing with the craps. I can hack those craps games all day long that are bubble craps with the button and the girl that says, "Come on, you can be the shooter. Come on." It's like I can do that and make money. But why? It's Vegas. Get a real table. So they only have those fake ones across the street. And I hate it. I guess that's the way things are going. Is there a lot more casinos are adopting those fake craps games, and people are tolerating it. Honestly, if you're gonna play those, please know how to play craps, and please ask me. I'll teach you how to just watch on YouTube some videos about how to position your dice, because you can do it with those machines. You can have dice control with those machines. Take money from them and go to the real tables. And, Riviera or wherever you want to play, where it's a low minimum. That's why a lot of people are playing those, because it's a low minimum, $2, sometimes $3. And it's really, really sad. Real craps, you should be able to have a $2 or $3 minimum at most places. Now everyone seems to adopt the $5 minimum. Even went back to El Cortez on Fremont Street, downtown Vegas. I liked El Cortez. Circus we did go in, and I give it a 1-star rating.
If you have kids, it is like the place to be in Vegas.
Oh God.
If you don't have kids, avoid this at all costs. I've never been in there before because I don't want to deal with that. And we had a kid this time, so we decided to go in there, and it was like getting mobbed by kids running through the place. Tons of people, tons of strollers. We have the Adventure Dome, which is this circular area for kids. They have roller coasters, little kid rides, clown shows, you name it. But oh my gosh, talk about getting drained of your energy.
Yeah, that casino has the worst feng shui out of all of them, in my opinion. And I will stay at Motel 6 if I have a choice. From Motel 6 to Circus Circus. It's Motel 6. Sorry.
We thought about staying there because of the kid, and we decided to go to Excalibur, and I think that was a wise decision.
Excalibur is kid friendly, and it's not crazy.
Yeah.
And they have decent layout. Like, I respect casinos that have decent layout where you don't get lost and you feel like, oh, I need water, and then somebody's like, no, you can't have water unless you're gaming. And then you're like, oh, I need food, and it's like fucking Del Taco. Really? It's Vegas. Come on. Why does it have to be Del Taco?
Yeah.
Anyways,
So then we went to downtown Fremont Street.
the first place we went to on Fremont Street was El Cortez. We parked there. They were friendly enough. They have some security guard there saying they don't want you parking there unless you're an El Cortez club member or a hotel guest. And I said, I don't have my card, but I'm a club member because I was a year ago. And they let us park there. So that's cool. And, you know, they have a decent players club. Mainly, they give you like something of a discount for food. I don't usually eat crappy food. I get a buffet, or I eat at Chipotle when I'm in Vegas, or buy some groceries. But yeah, they were okay. I have to say that some of their staff, mainly the Asian dealers, are really coolers and unfriendly. So don't play with those people. If they're not Asian and they're working El Cortez and they're friendly enough, it's cool. Play with them. But so my review of Cortez is I'm going to still give them a 3-star because their casino layout is okay. They're friendly enough unless they're Asian, and I don't get it why the Asians are meaner in that casino. Maybe it's because they have some sort of weird black magic juju, but like if there was any black magic juju out of everybody in Vegas, it was definitely one of the roulette dealers at El Cortez. I mean, this woman, like, oh my God. And she was friendly to the Asian people that sat down, but
Really?
mean to everybody else.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm like I usually am. Hey, how's it going? You know, and she was kind of like, no.
Wow.
And I'm like, can I win now? No. Okay. Why am I playing with you? Why you even have me here? Because I'm not going to tip if you're going to be mean.
Right?
And I'm going to discourage people that walk up too, by the way. You're going to be out of the job. El Cortez changed its prices on minimum craps during the evening time. So play during the daytime for table minimums at craps. The craps machine is there again. It is $1 minimum, which is cool, but it gets mobbed by a bunch of people that want to play the table game craps, but they give it a $5 minimum after 6 p.m. or whatever they said.
And most casinos do that. That's very common. After a certain hour, prices go up. They'll go from $1 or $5 to $10.
This is sad. I think they would have more people playing than they can fit at that craps table that's digital than if they lowered their minimums on the real tables.
Sure.
And they have 2 real tables. No one's playing at them, and the dealers are standing there getting paid, and everyone, plus some people standing in line to get a seat, is playing that digital craps game.
Right.
What the fuck? Lower your minimums. Open a table, and maybe you lower them to $3 minimums instead of $1 minimums. People will play that,
Right.
but they're not paying $5 minimums anymore. It's just not popular. You go to Fremont Street, you go to downtown Vegas for better prices. And hey, El Cortez, get with the times. Keep your low minimums all the time, 24/7. People were friendly in downtown. In fact, there were more English-speaking friendly people, and less foreigners and less zombies. And I recommend Fremont Street over the Strip. I'd say 4 stars, 4.5 stars, Old Vegas versus maybe 2 or 3 stars for the Strip. 2-star rating for the Strip and walking around in summertime. Four Queens was cool. We played at Four Queens.
Yeah, Four Queens was good. One of the older places. I stayed there years ago. Really divey rooms. Hopefully they've upgraded them by now. Back then it was like $25 a night, really cheap. Yeah, they had a deal. If you sign up for their Players Club, they give you can buy $10 and get 15. So basically they give you these promo chips. So they're not like regular chips. You can't go cash them in. So you go to the tables and you play with them just like you play with real money, but they're giving you $5 extra to play with. And you play, they call it play until you lose. So you get to keep using them over and over until you finally lose them, but you keep the money that you make on it. So I played roulette. And
Which is a scam with those chips.
Yeah, so I found out, and you got to find out, there's always shady deals. Like we were talking about the other place, only certain slot machines can be played with the free play. Well, same place here. She gave me dollar chips, so I'm thinking, well, I can go to the roulette wheel. It's a $5 minimum, but you can bet $1 per number. No, they said no. With the promo chips, you can only bet $5 on the inside, which means you have to bet $5 per number. I was going to spread it out because you lose a lot of money real quick betting on one number with $5. That number doesn't hit, you lose it. So I bet on colors. I bet on red instead of the numbers. So I ended up actually making money there after a while. I was there for a little while. I started with 30 chips or whatever. Ended up making more cash than we put in, so that was good. And then you went in after I did.
You started with 45.
No, I didn't. I started with 30. I gave you 15.
Oh, you didn't play with that extra 15?
No.
Okay.
No, because once you put it on the table, it's there until it's gone.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't play roulette. Play blackjack. You'll get your money back faster, and you don't have to leave it on the table. You can get up and play another blackjack table. You play craps, whatever you want to do. Do not play roulette in Vegas. I don't know. Every time we played roulette in Vegas, we 1, 2, 3 times. The payouts weren't very good. So and actually I've seen a friend play roulette. Last time I was in Vegas, and he put like $50 or something on black, and it was red, and that was the end of the odds on roulette suck. Hey, you might be tempted because they give you a lot of chips if you win, but the odds suck.
They're actually better than a lot of games, though, aren't they?
They're better than the slots, but if you can play Pagao, if you can play blackjack, if you can play any of the versions of blackjack, the 21 versions, if you can play war even, Casino War, they don't have that in Nevada usually.
Yeah, they do.
They did?
Yeah, they do. You just not that many tables. You have
I
to
haven't
look
seen
at
them.
you have to look at each table. I have seen War in Vegas before. I didn't look for it, so I didn't really notice it. But
Just play those
each
games with your
table's
promo chips.
yeah, each table's going to be a little bit different. But it was cool too because they gave us a little coupon to give the dealer so that if you win, the dealer gets a tip, which is kind of cool. So that way you don't have to tip the dealer out of your own money. They actually pay for that too. So that was cool.
And they were nice enough to give you cards that explained how to play the games and what bets to make.
Yeah, that always helps.
With craps, it's really important that you know the game before
Lot
you
of rules.
approach the table.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I didn't have to watch our son, I would have been in there. We would have been playing the craps together, and we would have bet any 7
Yeah.
and throw with the probability of any 7 because that's a high probability, and it's a decent payout for a one-time only bet.
Right.
And I think you could split. Oddly enough, they say, "Oh, you $5 minimums here and there." I still think you can take $1 on any 7 and $1 on 11 because you just can. They don't want you to win 5 times 5. They don't want you to win 1 times 15 if 7 or 11 roll.
Sure.
They want you to win. Or 5 times 15. They want you to win 1 times 15.
Yeah. Well, they want you to lose. They don't want you to win anything.
If you got
yeah.
$30 to $45 and you bet $5 on any 7, what is it? 9 times, you're gonna hit any 7. So you make your money back because you started with what? $20. You put $20 into the casino. You make 25, and you keep your chips that you're playing with. So you got $30. 5 of those are in promo. If your any 7 shows late, like on your last roll, your 9th roll of betting any 7, and yeah, I mean 7's gonna show. If there's a sure bet in Vegas, it's 7. And there's this other promo they're doing at Four Queens, which I appreciate them for, but it was a little weird.
Another gimmick.
The gimmick was that they give you this thing. It's a free ace on the casino. It has your name on it. It's a piece of paper you turn in, and they write A on it at the blackjack table. And they burn 1 card face down, which sucks for card counters. And they let that piece of paper be an ace, and then they turn the 2nd card, and it really does increase your chances of winning that hand. The gimmick is you have to bet your own money, your own chips, not the promo chips. So that sucks. Honestly, it should be promo chips. 0 risk.
And they don't explain this to you, and it's not on the voucher until you get to the tables. You don't
Correct.
find out these little things. Like when I got to the roulette table, it's $5 minimum. I'm thinking, okay, but I can bet $1 on 5 numbers or combination of numbers. No, I had to bet one $5 chip on each number.
You would have bet.
I wouldn't have done that deal.
If you had got $20 in dollar chips, real chips, from that casino cashier, you could have gone and bet all those numbers, and you would have won.
I would have won a lot of money. But because I couldn't spread it around the numbers, I had to bet. So I just did the outside bets instead because you have a better chance of winning.
Total bullshit.
Yeah, so just be careful of their promotions and things like that. And make sure that you ask a lot of questions before you decide to take advantage of them. Because once you buy in with your money, you can't back out. Now you've got to play with it by their rules. So it may or may not be to your advantage.
Because they have such an interesting set of rules and options for new players, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
And
we did win.
For playing.
We all won there.
Mainly.
So.
Yeah, we made money there, and you can't complain. I'm disappointed about that ACE certificate. It should have been, that I could play casino money on that. And hey, no risk, right? Because I'll keep playing if I win. Remember, I only quit playing table games if I'm losing. And And I think this is across the board. All players understand that. Where else did we play? Did we play anywhere else in Fremont?
Let's see, we went in a lot of places. We went in the Las Vegas Club, which is really, really neat. They have stripper dealers, kind of.
Yeah.
They're dressed really
Showgirl
skimpy,
dealers.
and they actually have a little catwalk and they dance around. They don't take it off, but they're already in like bikini type stuff. But that's a cool place. It's really small again. You can walk in, you see everything, and walk right back out. You don't get lost going in there. They're really friendly. They let us take the baby in there and use the bathroom and stuff. And they were super nice people. All the chicks were like waving and saying hi and stuff. Really friendly.
Yeah, and the bouncer, you know, when the baby threw a fit on the casino floor and I'm picking him up, the bouncer was like, "All right, you got him, good."
Yeah.
And he didn't like be like, "Get off my floor" or
Right.
anything. He was
No
just kind of like,
ego.
he was just like, "Cool, you got it, you can handle it."
Yeah.
And he came and asked me what I was doing sitting in the back while I was waiting for Greg to do his sign up for his card, player's card. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I probably can't give you more than 5 more minutes, so just I'll check in on you in 5 minutes." And so that was nice. They just, you know, they have their rules about kids, and some people are friendly and some people aren't. The promos in the past with that place, I think is it Las Vegas Club?
Yeah.
The promos in the past were better. And they've shut down sections of it, and it's like it's the same connected as the Plaza.
Yeah, their
Club.
hotel is not even currently open.
So I don't know. I give them a 3-star out of 5.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah, they were okay. Where else did we go?
Oh, there was on the way out of Vegas. We went to.
Main Street.
Well, first, yeah, we went to Main Street Station, and we had their buffet.
For lunch.
It was a lunch buffet.
Really cheap. $8.
And for that price,
It was decent. It was
better than the Silverton.
And cheaper.
And much cheaper than the fucking Silverton. Yeah, Silverton.
More variety, fresher quality.
Damn you.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one thing about the Silverton that's okay.
Really?
It's connected to the outdoor world, the Bass Pro outdoor world. And I like that place. And our son liked that place.
I'm vegan, so I found it pretty repulsive
It's-
seeing stuffed animals and fish all over the place. It was kind of disturbing.
It's a bit much for people that don't like stuffed, what do they call that? Stuffed hunted items.
Taxidermy.
Taxidermied animals.
Yuck.
But they have a lot of cool fish. They really do. They got waterfalls, cool fish,
One was dying.
and pretty much everything that you can find for camping and shooting and stuff like that, outdoors things.
Mm-hmm.
So I give them a 4-star out of 5 for Bass Pro in general.
That was
They're-
at the Silverton.
They're a little bit overpriced, but they're very friendly. Silverton sucks. Oh way, die Silverton.
Okay, so back to the strip, or back to the downtown. Downtown.
Downtown Main Street Station, excellent buffet for the right price, and free parking. They make you pay $3, but they give it right back to you after you do something inside of their.
Validation.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Buy something, eat, do something.
And Greg's back. And what else can I say?
The downtown is fun. I mean, the light show down there is really cool. If you haven't seen that, they have a canopy of like 1 million lights or something, and they have a moving light.
I would
show.
actually
It's
like
pretty
to
cool.
stay at the Main Street Station. I liked their decor. It was like an old style
train
vintage
station
train
depot.
station depot, and I like that.
Neat.
It's very astrological, skyship, steampunk
Yeah,
alchemist.
totally.
And so I'm gonna hopefully stay downtown Fremont Street next time, and maybe that one, maybe another one. My opinion of their gaming floor is so-so, so I'm just gonna give them a 4 out of 5 stars, and that may be because I haven't stayed there yet. So we'll see if that rating changes.
They also have the 2 places down there that are slots only that have free drawings every half hour. And they have girls at the door that give you beads, like Mardi Gras beads. And they give you a ticket for a free drawing, and you don't even have to purchase anything. You just go in and hand it to someone, and they put it in the box. And last year, we actually had someone in our party win that drawing, which was pretty exciting. It was on an astrologically aligned day and a lucky day for him, specifically in astrology. And yeah, he ended up going in there with no money and winning the drawing, so that was pretty cool. But we didn't win this time.
Yeah, I like those places. I give them good reviews mainly because they're friendly. Most of the staff in there is friendly.
And they're really small. Again, it's in, go around a couple machines and out. You can find your way out really easily. I don't drink anymore, but when I did, they used to serve us like 4 drinks at a time, and the waitresses came around a lot, and they were really friendly. So I don't know about that now, but years ago, that's what they did.
Well, places like that, you're blowing money a lot faster, and you're more fixated on slot machines. And it makes sense that they'd want to get you sloshed faster.
Totally.
And it makes sense that the waitresses have less people on ground to cover.
Yeah.
So they're being nicer.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for a lot of the people that work on that side of town because it's a part-time gig. They're happy to do it, but in many ways, they're probably making shit for tips.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is people don't realize when you go to Vegas, this is a town that kind of exists on tips and things like that, and everybody there is depending on tips. That's why you see all these street performers there, especially in downtown and Fremont. A lot of really talented people down there, and not so talented people, just, stripped down, trying to take pictures with you for kicks. But people go to the buffets and they don't realize you need to tip at a buffet. If you think about it, they actually do more work for you than when you're going to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, they come and take your order, they give you your drinks, they serve you your food, they might refill your drink, and then pick up your plates. But at a buffet, you're having plate after plate after plate for most people. You have a lot going on. You have at least as much activity with the server as you do at a sit-down restaurant. So people do need to realize that tipping is proper, and that some of these people make more money than others depending on where they work. Some of them are making minimum wage and some of them are making more, but they do depend on tips. And you're there throwing away money anyway. Why not throw some at the people who actually need it, the employees, versus the casinos that have billions of dollars? And it's a sure bet. You're going to get good service if you tip.
So, I'm looking for like a Hindu head wrap. I don't think I have one. But let's just pretend and get some dog face here. Oh, it's supposed to be on me. Hey, over here.
Come take it away.
You can get out of the way. All right. So let's just pretend I wear a dog mask and I can do this. And I do this in Vegas. Hey, give me my dog face back. So, hey, I'm doing stuff like this in Vegas. You gonna give me $1? Maybe. There was a guy that did like crazy stuff on Fremont Street. I mean, when I say crazy stuff, I mean, there we go.
Devil dog.
Okay. Crazy stuff like rolling around, feet over his head.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Better than,
I think
we do yoga, and he's a yoga instructor, and we know a lot of people that are pretty flexible.
Yeah.
This guy was 100 times more flexible than anyone I know, and very talented.
He was talented, and he was just this acrobat guy or something.
It was amazing.
So we gave money to a lot of street performers, especially that guy, and
Our friend Greg took a lot of pictures with some some topless nuns, and
Topless nuns, Greg.
some girls dressed up as showgirls doing, pictures out there.
It's a fun place to be. It's a lot more real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, Greg, they were nice to you by comparison to a lot of people. The people that you were tipping for photographs were nicer than the people that were paid to stand out there and hand out the beads, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
people that are actually in it for providing you with a service and they're independent. Even salespeople are really nice in Vegas, and the people that are getting an hourly
Don't care.
not so nice.
Unless they think they're going to get a tip.
So let's see if I can get a hat too. I want a hat. Yeah. Oh, I want my horns in my hat. You're gonna be confused? I'm confused. Huh? Anyways, you take the eyebrows. Ah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going back to Vegas. We're running a crowd fund. We are doing a astrological system that takes a compass, positions you correctly. We are helping people to build teams to win money. Uh-oh. Maybe I need to be less confused for this one.
Oh, yeah, tiara.
Here we go. Oh man, I'm confused with the tiara. How about this one?
My God.
Okay, I'm in love with the tiara.
Oh,
And we're doing a pretty common trip to Vegas. Donate to the crowd fund, gofundme.com/bestbet. You can find more information, articles on the subject of predictive astrology and mainly the financial world, but you can find it all over the place in our articles, which are a little bit on the theme side of steampunk in gildedfate.com. Not guided, it's gilded. And we also got steampunkalchemist.com, and you can find us on Facebook, Gilded Fate, astrological skyship, and yours truly, Captain Hugh T. Alchemy. And what else? Donate. We're giving you free astrology stuff. Not only will you get 2014's lucky times, when to start, when to stop, based on your birthday for the rest of the year if you donate, but you'll also get an opportunity and an invitation to join us in Vegas the next time we're there for the fall. And if you donate a little bit of money, usually a bigger donation helps us to pay for the charts and the software. If you donate a little bit, we're giving you free education stuff, ebooks, material for learning about astrology. Of course, you got to work and read a little bit to learn a little bit more, like we know about it. But hey, nothing in life is free, and Saturn really appreciates you earning it. And you can win a lot more if you've trained a lot harder. So
become part of our team.
And join us for the next touring expedition where we take you on the astrological skyship. And we dock somewhere in space and time above the Strip, above Fremont Street, and we get in and we get out with a lot of money really fast.
And have fun.
And have a lot of fun.
Go to dinner, do some fun things.
Yeah, and buy one of those crazy steampunk hats, chapel
That's
hats.
$500.
That's a $500 hat. Right, Greg?
Oh yeah. Why not?
Talk to you soon.